High-risk investment. Trading on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Before deciding to trade, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. The possibility exists that you could sustain a loss of some or all of your initial investment, and therefore you should not invest money that you cannot afford to lose. You should be aware of all the risks associated with trading and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. Market opinions. Any opinions, news, research, analyses, prices, or other information contained on this video is provided as general market commentary and does not constitute investment advice. MasterTheMarkets will not accept liability for any loss or damage, including without limitation to any loss of profit, which may arise directly or indirectly from use of or reliance on such information.
Hi traders, welcome to our live trading workshop webinar today. We already have a position already carrying on over here. So let me just bring that up. It's a little bit in the unrealized loss at the moment. As you all know, most of you have been coming quite regularly to our live sessions. You would know that this is the volatility or the dance that we talk about, right? So we'll explain more of that later on. What we have in store for you today, I know a lot of you have been asking about where to get these signals and all that, and to follow and to learn. First is our Telegram channel, right? So you can definitely join in that on the YouTube chat box. You will see the link. The team will send it out, and also you can find it underneath the video as well. So then you can join our Telegram channel. The other things that we'll be covering for today is we will look at some live trading positions, okay? There's a couple more that I'm looking at. Right now, I'm just looking at the Brent futures at the moment, which is what we are doing over here. I'll explain all of that very shortly. And then the second thing we'll look at is the topic for today. As you would have seen, how in today's market volatility do you still get near to about 79.86% probability trades, okay? So that's what we were talking about. So in fact, the decimal points and all that, don't worry about it. I'll be covering that in detail. How do we get that actually with that precision? And the third thing then after that, we'll be taking some questions and answers, and also upcoming events that are coming up that I want you guys to stay ahead of. This and more in this live trading webinar session. Right, traders, thank you for joining us on this live trading webinar. We got some trades going on the Brent futures at the moment. It's still not on here. Founder of MasterTheMarkets, Elite Trades Conference, and the Traders Open Day. So let's carry on to this, traders. Let's analyze this at the moment. Another trade that I'm also taking a look at is the euro dollar. In fact, I was taking a look at that. I might be sending this out too. Now, let me quickly see that, and then just bear with me. I will go through all of this and give you some reference videos for those especially joining in for the first time, okay? So let me go through this. I'm just taking a look at a good entry point that we can get in. This, the BRO, the bigger range from open is to the downside today, lower stretch being taken out. And I'm looking at the 15-minute. In fact, this could be one of my really good entry points to come back in again. And I'm just going to quickly check. I know I'm fighting against time a little bit here before it comes down on 15-minute. Is that a good entry point? Yeah, I think we will do that. Low 11362. 11361 is what we can look at. Let me see, signal here, sell, stop limit 11361, isn't it? I did say 11361 traders. I think I can't do that at the moment. So I'll go to trade. I will submit that. 113. Okay, so I think it's bouncing up a little bit. So I think we still got some time on this. 11361 is what I will go for. 11361. Okay, and that's the one over there. And I think currently what I'll do is I'm just tying it in with the stop for now, let me see. The ATR is about 11. If I found it to be about 1.75, so just bear with me a little bit here as I place this. I'll explain everything, I promise. 17 pips is what we are looking out for. So somewhere around here, isn't it? I will send this first, just I'll submit this out for now. There we go. So that should come on your Telegram channel. And then as we have waiting for that one, I will give you all the stop loss very shortly, okay? So here, from here, for now what I'll do, because we need to wait for the close, isn't it? And over here as well, let me see, I will put a new order here. On this one, new order is at 11361, right? 11361. Place that order. There we go. And see if we get a trigger. Now, let's focus on getting in our stop and our target, because this might go in. So let's see. I'm taking it from the 1 hour confirmation. That's how I got the 1 hour entry here. And we need to now see the, let me just remove the RSI here. Traders. What I will also do is, okay, good. So now, if I were to do it for the local high, let's see, that's about 26 pips to begin with. Now, 1.75 ATR. So now let me use the help of our MAE data for the volatility. I'll explain that very shortly, what we're doing. I'm just going to quickly just take a look at that. Let me get rid of that one here. And there we go. And that will populate in a minute. Right, so here, there we go. The MAE over here shows that short. I want to see an ATR. This has all been programmed by one of our clients who joined us, found it fascinating. And he coded it all for us over here. So the community itself uplifts the community. That's when we know we're going in the right track, traders. So here we need to do less than or equal to here, right? And then I'll be able to know where to do my stop. I'm looking for about 96%. So that will be on my 1.75 ATR number. So in terms of an ATR number, so that is about that's about 11, isn't it, at the moment, right? So that's about 11 at the moment. So let's see, 11361, isn't it, traders, is what we are looking for, is what I've put here. So I need to update it on both. So what I will do is, we need to wait for the close, but for now, just to put a stop, or maybe, you know what, I'll just wait for this. I think that's about, they had the timer on before, didn't they? Now they don't have that. It's okay, I'll take a look at that. Windows is always updating things, you know, it's not that easy to get usually accustomed to. So let's see on this one here, on the close. So this one here on the 11th. So I will see now that ATR won't change that much. So 11 times 1.75 ATR. Let me do that. Some of you are good at maths, you can get that fast. So 19. I'll put some spreads on that as well. So it's about 20. So 20 pips is what we are looking on that. 21 to be exact. So 21 plus the close of this, 11368. 11368 is what I'm looking at. 11389. 11389. Just to give you a visual representation, 11389. There we go. That will be on the red. There we go. So it's almost there for the local high at the moment. So I will do that on here. So 113.89. The Brent is a bit dancing around, isn't it? 113.89, near to the stop. Probably that won't do it. That's why I did reduce it as well. 113.89. Modify that. There we go. And then let me do it on here as well for you guys. Right. So 1.1389 is what we got. Right, so I'll submit that to the Telegram channel as well. The link should be in your inbox. The other thing is the target, right? Then we are complete here. I'll put a target in here. Now, the target should be for the close, but you know what? If it does break that and it does confirm, I'm waiting for a dot to happen. So I'll wait and see on that one. So on the low, 113.55, I'll just do an 8 pip target over here. And 113.55 minus 8. 113.55 minus 8 pips. 113.47. In fact, this should be able to travel a bit more, but I'll keep it at 113.47 just to give you the idea of this. Okay. 113. Please risk manage accordingly. This is very important. So over here, I am having about 26. And then here, I'm just getting about 14, isn't it? So 113.47. So let me send it out to you guys as well. So, and then we will double check everything, whether we got everything correct. And then that will be good. So I've got 113.89, 113.47. Those things have been stopped out. That's fine. I will take a look at that in a minute. 113.47, 1.1347 is what I got. Okay, so that's that one there. Now let me quickly take on the Brent. Okay, that's good then. At least we got on our stop. So let's take a look what happened on the Brent. Then we can go through everything. And then we can see how they all play out to be. On the Brent, we didn't get very lucky on that one. Did the exact same thing here. Taking for ATR on that. That was an uptrend. Stretch had broken. But we had alignment on the other time frames. My only concern was though on the 4-hour. Okay. So this is a good learning lesson. So now let's go through all of this together and see what I exactly did, and then we can understand how we are getting these trades as well as the losses as well as the wins. Okay, so let me break it down now for those of you who are joining us for the first time. So it'd be good. This is the best learning, I would say, because one in real time, and then the other than after that we go and review the trade. I would say this is one of the best ways to learn, and that's why our community is growing really. Okay, so good. So now let's go through this now. Now let me start off with the trend tables, okay? The trend alignment tables. So this is how we get our trades. It's a confluence of factors. Altogether, there's about 5 strategy components, okay? Now, very important thing before I start telling you about this strategy, the first thing you all must understand, traders, is not about choosing or following our strategy, okay? It's about understanding what it is and how you can formulate other strategies as well. It's like not choosing just one car, okay? You got to choose one car that fits your personality, isn't it? Thousands of cars out there, right? Ford, BMW, Benz, Lamborghini, Ferrari, so many, right? So, but you got to choose one according to your personality and your economic budget as well, right? So likewise in strategy. So that's why we must understand the strategy. There's so many types of strategies, and you can construct your own strategy. In this particular one, what we are doing so that you understand what's going on is that we aligned all the trends across the different time frames, okay? Now, to do that in a quantitative manner, not a subjective manner, because quantitative will have validation behind it for it to reproduce, okay? So this is the main thing, right? So the first thing I take a look at, let me just see this one for a minute. I just need to ask one question, just bear with me. Okay. Okay, good. So I just send that to him. Okay, good. So now let's take a look at the Brent oil. I will align all the trends together. We'll do euro dollar as well together. So let me just delete this one so that you guys don't get distracted. Right, so let's go for this. So now on Brent oil here, what we got, right? So on Brent oil here, so let me go on Brent oil. So on Brent oil, on the daily time frame, we got a downtrend phase one, okay, on downtrend phase one. So, right, so we got downtrend phase one here. So let me go back onto here again. So downtrend phase one, that's good. On the 4 hour, what we got here is, the 4 hour, this is really good. The 4 hour, we got downtrend phase one as well, okay? We got downtrend phase one. Right, so let me go back onto the table again. So I've got that downtrend phase one, but I want you to notice something here, okay? This is how then you can adjust your risk accordingly. You see, on the 4 hour, even though it's a downtrend phase one here, but look at this, the confirmation came here. So if I were to draw a diagrammatic representation of this, the top is over here, right? So the top is over here. So I'll just draw a straight line here because this is a top to bottom move at the moment, okay? If I don't include all the bars and I just compress it into a line diagram, it just looks like this, that's all. Now, the confirmation came here according to our formulas, right? Where you saw the dot over here, okay? This is what we have done with the quant traders help, which was started back in the 1960s and 70s, okay? And this is why when we present all of this in big institutions like, the Society of Technical Analysis, who has got 150 countries of presence, they invited us now to lecture for them as well. And on Ninja Trader, we got invited about 15 times as well. So you see, the confirmation of this came actually over here. But you see, over today, when I got my signal to go short, look, it's quite far away from there, isn't it? Right? From a cycle perspective, on the 4 hour time frame, there's a high chance that this will go back up again and make a bottom, and then perhaps then come back further down to follow its trend. So you just got to be careful of that, right? On one time frame, it might be quite overextended, and then the bulls might come in. Okay. So what I will do is, or over here, I will do this. So low open equity. This is what I'll do, okay? Open equity is low open profit. Now, on the 1 hour, so on the 1 hour, so let's take a look. On the 1 hour, that is also a downtrend phase one over here that we are having. Let me just see on here. Yeah, very, very overextended as well, isn't it, traders? Yeah, so that's what we can see over here. So, right, so I can see that as well. So I will put that here. I just copy and paste that. On the 15-minute is the time frame which we look to enter on. But before we enter on, let's just record all of this first. Now, let's see here. On the 15-minute, what we got here, when I entered was a uptrend phase two, okay? Uptrend phase two. So that's what we got over here, right? So that's what we had. And then in terms of the stretch, it's taken out. If you see these dotted lines here, which are equidistant here from this blue line, right? And the blue line is the opening price, which will correlate with the daily opening price, which we apply across all time frames. You can see that the price action has taken out the lower stretch at the moment, okay? So that's what I'm going to put over here as well. So at the moment, so it's done the lower stretch, okay? All right, so that one over there. And then after that, our ATR, the ATR that we'll get to about 70-80% of the time. So now this is overlapping into a topic for today. So I will cover this right now. So over here, we can go on to here as well. So on here, when you take a look, let me go on to brand. I guess this one should be doing okay at the moment, isn't it? Let me just keep an eye on our euro dollar. But even though I think everything is already in place, so I think we are totally fine with this. It's still coming back to trigger us in. So let's see how that one goes. So wait patiently for our trigger line to be taken out. Now on the Brent, so let me go back to here. And I just remembered, I mean, most of these things we're doing in collaboration with Trade Nation, right? So those are the guys who are helping us also with the Signal platform as well. Now, those of you who want the prices to correlate, if you're trading on one place so that the prices don't differ on different brokers, you can definitely more than welcome to open up an account with Trade Nation. And the link over there is on the YouTube channel as well as below our videos, okay? The team will send it out to you. Now, coming back into here, on the Brent oil, so if I go back onto here, on the 15-minute, you see, here's the best part, right? So I can now check the stats, where to put my stop loss, but more or less will be the same. And we got recently an addition here, which I will show you at the moment. And I will put OK here, which we will crunch the data. And then we'll take a look at this together. Okay. And let me show you. So over here, what I'm taking a look at, why did I choose 1 ATR? Because take a look at this. This is only for all phase one data. This is saying that when it's a phase one, it will get there 67% of the time, which is about nearly about 70%. Okay. So that's how we took this particular trade backed by statistics. And we know where to place our stop loss based on market volatility. I'll go into a bit more deeper later on. Okay. Even though some of you might be quite sharp in saying, but Thiru, but this one, it's actually a phase two at the moment, isn't it? Let me just overwrite that one. This is a phase two at the moment, but then how can we take a look at the phase one data? The reason is because of the time frame correlations on the higher time frames, okay? So let me put it all together, okay? I just got a bit deviated because I wanted to go through that column. So we got a 1 ATR there, and then the ATR range, has it fulfilled it yet? So let me tell you what do I mean by this. So if I go to here, right? Now, what do we mean by this one here? What do we mean is, you see, this bar range, right? Now, every strategy, the most important point before you actually construct your strategy, you have to look at the concept and objective, okay? And even in the STA, when we lecture as well, Malcolm was doing the first few ones. It's always based on that, and we break down the components on how you build a strategy that you have conviction in. The first one is always the concept and the objective. And the concept, I always say, should be built on strong recurring principles, okay, that keep repeating itself, okay. And this is what we talk a lot about and go extensive in the strategy construction on Traders Basecamp package, right? So over here, you can see on the recurring principle, what we have seen is every day, if you see on this vertical bar chart, it does a range, okay? To guide us to how much that range will be, we take a look at what we call the average true range, okay? That's what we talk about. So over here, so I take yesterday's bar because this hasn't finished yet, and I've got my ATR number over here as well on the Trade Nation data. Then over here, what you can see is this is $2.01, okay, $2.01. So over here, 0.8 times $2, I mean, that's about 160, isn't it? So 160 range. Then what you can do is, kindly enough, one of our clients has programmed this indicator, which you can see on the right-hand side over here. So that would tell me the bar range is about 120. So at the moment, it's telling me that this bar's range is $1.20. But I've got still $1.60 to go, right? So 40 cents more. But of course, where you enter that, then you will have a bigger target point, okay? So that's how we also take a look at in terms of where to place our target. That's another target you can look at. But all I know is there's still more move to forming the range for now, okay? So that's all I know. So coming back into here again. So now that I know that, and this is still not really being supported on its up move, what's the next thing I'll see if I want to take another position on this is that I will see how the volume is. But before I come on to that, which is provided by Trade Guider, the volume by Trade Guider, Gavin Holmes and his team, and all started by Tom Williams, actually, the late Tom Williams. But if you take a look at this, and let's go back to the trend tables again. Let me put it all together. This one I'll be looking at this level to break now for another position in. If it does do a short. Now, let me show you another one here. Keep an eye on euro dollar. It's not triggered yet. Coming back into here. Brent oil. Yeah, okay. So let me just take a look. Okay, good. Now, let's put it all together. Once I've aligned all the trends now, you can see this is downtrend phase 1 on the daily, right? 4 hour also downtrend phase 1, but just got to be aware that on the 4 hour, it is very extended and it's around here. Okay? Same thing on the 1 hour, right? It's done the same thing here. No bottom confirmation. And therefore, as you always know, the principle is what? The price can never move in a straight line forever, isn't it? And then on the 15-minute time frame, that small bar movement over here is coming up as an uptrend phase 2. Okay, that's what it's coming up as. All right. So when I see all of this together, I can immediately see the trend is towards the downside on 3 time frames at least. Okay, except for the 15-minute. But then there's another one we look at as well, direction alignment. In fact, we're looking to code this as well, so do wait patiently. On our next version of the indicator, we will have that, right? We already did a bit of a programming upgrade very recently. Now, in terms of the direction, you can see that this is on the downside, this is on the downside, this is on the downside. And look at this, even on the 15-minute, even though it's an uptrend phase 2, it was a top to bottom move, so it's a downside, okay? Don't get confused that this was when I took the trade, yeah? Don't get confused with what's happening currently on Brent over here, okay? So uptrend phase 1 at the moment, yeah? So we are not getting any direction alignment. If it breaks this level, we will get a direction alignment, which I will start to take a look at again, okay? And that will be my final position for today. So that is how we actually took the trade on Brent, okay? But here's the point. This is our risk management, just to give you some more additional stuff, right? So let me go back to the table again. So you can see over here, this is, so now you understood. So I look at, once we collate it all together, we take a look at trend alignment and direction alignment. Now, traders, you can do this from any time in the day, okay? I would say I recommend that. Usually look at about UK time open, 8 a.m. UK time open, right? Start getting prepared about 7 a.m. I've got some of my clients who are doing all of this from morning till about afternoon, about 3, 4 p.m. UK time. And then if it's in the US, you can tailor it. You can start around now as well, okay? Just like what we're doing. So the thing is, these principles will work on any instruments, on any time frame. So learn the principles and then apply it to any strategy as well. You can insert this into any strategy also, okay? So those are the main things. As of us for now, I mean, because of time and resources, we are mainly concentrating on our longer term strategies. But this ones, we take about 2-3 days. We put aside some time to give you all the examples because some of our clients are doing very well based on these principles and strategies what I'm teaching you. So coming back, trend alignment, direction alignment. So this is the 2 things that you must take a look at. Now, once you got that, we know that over here, everything is towards the short side, okay? Right. Now, the stretch line also took it out to the lower side as well, right? So what does that all mean? So you see the stretch line here took it out to the lower side as well. So that's all good. Now, so I've put lower side as well. Then the ATR number, I've already explained that to you on the OE, right? On the phase 1 is about 67%. That's what we got the 1 ATR number. And in terms of the range, it hasn't formed the range, which I showed it to you before as well. So overall, our bias based on trend alignment, direction alignment is to the short side, okay? Right, so we got that one. Now, finally, how do we enter this? So we take a look on the entry, the stop loss, and then the target, which I did live with you guys. So how did I get the stop loss and the target? Now, before I go on to that, and that will come into today's topic, right? So how did I do that? Now, Before I do that, let me give you some reference videos because I'm getting so many questions asking, okay, Tiru, some of us are joining for the first time. It's a bit above my head. Can I look at this in more detail? What were the reference videos, please, that you mentioned? So let me just quickly just show you that. What would the reference videos be? Let me quickly take a look at, yeah, euro dollar, still not triggered us in. Let's see, it's still hovering around. Volume is still to our benefit. Volume spike and then close lower. So we just got to wait patiently on that. Let's see what happens. Now, coming back to here, the reference videos, the first thing I would say, start off, where should you start off? 7 steps to CTP, okay, .com. So start off with that one. That's really good. Name, email, number, optional if you want to get live trading updates. Click on this and you will get these 7 videos. Okay, of course, click on the You're Not a Robot icon. And then after that, you get the 7 videos, watch it at your own free time. Very high quality videos. It's the same thing that we presented at the Society of Technical Analysis, STA. And then after that, they invited us to come and lecture for their students. I'll be lecturing next week, actually, for their Diploma 3 Part 3 course, all right? So 7 videos, definitely watch them. I would say that's the first thing to do, okay? 7 steps to CTP, then you will understand all of these concepts and what gives us the conviction to take all these trades in real time, profit or loss, we don't care, right? But we're running the numbers so that we know the edge of our strategy, right? The other thing is our YouTube channel, youtube.com/masterthemarkets, okay? And over here, what you should do is, if you want to understand the stretch principle, this is the video series you should be taking a look at, okay? Under our homepage, under must watch section, you can take a look at that. Now, there's a lot of amazing material that we have put out here. We are always known for our quality rather than quantity. And you can see also we've interviewed some top traders like Tom Basso as well, big market visit, and interviewed by Jack Schwager, one of the top millionaire traders over there. So you can look through that as well and a lot of other things. But I would say the first 2 things to start off with is 7 steps to CTP here, right? And the other one is on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/masterthemarkets, is the stretch principle. Now, those of you who want to ensure that you are here when we go live, okay, go to youtube.com/masterthemarkets. And then some of you are saying, you know what, because you subscribe to it, but then you're not getting notifications. What you do is the drop-down box, right? Click on the all bell icon, right? Then you will get the notification sent to your phone whenever we go live. You won't miss it, all right? Good. So now that I've explained all of that, now let's go on to today's topic. Let's go on to here, right? And let's analyze this a little bit. Right, so this catches my attention here. Volume spikes. This has all been designed by Trade Guider and the team, right? Gavin Holmes and his team. Volume spikes over here, all right? We had a big volume spike on this confirmation bar here, but then the next bar is looking to close lower. So I will be wary of that, and we'll get position for second entry here. But before that, right? So there's a bit of time on this one. Unless it just goes for this low. But okay, let's observe. So let me just see. Let me just give it to you guys what you need to be observing for the low of that, right? So let's take a look, traders. The low here, 62.29. Okay, 62.29. Let me do that. Okay, that's one main one I'll look out for. Before I come into the topic for today, just bear with me. And I'll do this on 62, 676, 6278, 6278. Those of you already getting it, you can do that. Let me put this on Brent oil here. Energy, Brent, signal, sell. Let me see, 62.29 and the stop loss going to be at 62.78. So I've given that signal away to you guys. Okay. We have time for the target as well. 62.29. Now, the ATR is 22 cents, right? So I will do for this 62.30, 62.30 minus 22 cents, right? 62.08, okay? Right, so we got that together. Not sure why it's doing this. 62.29, sell 62.80. Why? Submit. It's not, oh, this is signal, right? So trade signal. Let me do it one more time. Let's see if this one works. Those of you who got it, you can go for it. 62.29. And here, 62.78. And this one is 62 point. I think I've got that over here. So what did we just say? Let me just put that in 62.08. Not sure why it's not doing it. Yeah, not sure why it's not giving us the trade. But anyway, hopefully you can see that. I did do that before. Let me just do it on here then. We can do it on 62.30 and 62.80. And the target level I said was 62.08, right? So let's do that. There we go. We got it here. I'm not sure why on the platform I didn't do that just now, and it did work well. Maybe what I've got to do, guys, I've got to give you a live signal then at 62.29. But why it's... But if you guys got it, maybe put it on the YouTube chat as well. What I've got here at the moment, 62 entry, 62.29, stop loss for 62.80, target for, let's do that, 62.08. Okay. This will be our second position going in, and we'll see how that one goes. Not sure why it's not going through on the signal. This is a question for the tech team at Trade Nation. But I will trade that live over here. I'll submit this. Yeah, I've got that submitted. Now you guys can have a guide on that on our Telegram channel. And over here, 62.80. And then the target going to be for 62.08. Okay. This will be our last position on Brent oil. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Okay, I know why now. Because it wants without the decimal point. This is why it was doing that. I got it. 62.08. So submit that. That's done. Okay, cool. We will see how that now carries on to be in terms of the Brent oil position. Now, coming on to today's topic, right? So, in today's topic, on let me just put it on here as well. Let me change this to green. And then, sun is 62.08. Good, 62.08. I'll just do that. Everything else we know more or less, isn't it, traders? Okay. Oops. Right, so this one should be on here. Yeah, this one is giving on a different price. So this should be 63.08. Not sure why this one is doing that one. 6208. Yeah, this one should be 6308. Because there is, I think this one is the spot. I'm trading on the futures. So let me just do that. 6308. Okay. So very small target there. We'll keep an eye on that one. See how that goes. Now, coming back into here. So we got two topics. A couple of things I want to cover and bring it all together. So on how to get 89.9% probability, okay, target with market volatility. How do we do that, right? How do we do that? Now, the first thing what you do is, as we have explained in 7 steps to CTP, right, over here, what you do is, you have to find out a way to quantify what your top and bottoms are. Here at Master the Markets, what we have done is, we have quantified what a top and a bottom is, okay? Right, the top gets confirmed when this bar with the dot comes in, because the bar with the dot is what we call the confirmation bar. It fulfilled the formula, okay? After it fulfilled the formula, the arrow and the dot happens at the same time, okay? So that's the first step. And the same thing, vice versa, for the bottom. The bottom got confirmed with the blue dot, okay? That's what happened, right? So those are our confirmation bars for a bottom and a top. So that is in essence what the first step is. And we've done all that for you. Once you got that, you got a framework. And then from the framework, because you see from the framework, what you can do is, if you take a look, right? From the framework, what you can do is, you can immediately, if you just join the arrows together, we can get our diagrammatic representation of what the framework is telling us, okay? So you can see I've summarized all that bar data into all this line diagram. From here, I can get 4 data points. One is my trend and my phase, right? Which is what you will see on the right-hand side over here. Okay, so let me just move that away, because on this one, I think we got the pro one as well, so we can align that with volume 2. So let me just do that one there. Let's hide that for a moment. Or maybe it's this one here. Oh, no. That's on the trigger. Let me see if I take away this one. So, I'm not sure why. Yeah. I think, let me see on the indicator. Anyway, I guess you guys can see that. Let me put it on another one here. You can see where there is a downtrend, phase 1 here, right? You can see that over here on downtrend phase 1. So it's showing you that one over there. On here, let me see if I can. Latest trigger bar. If I just put the VSA Lite on here, let me just put the VSA Pro. If I take away this one, yeah, there you go. So that one went away. So over here, you can see this one is an uptrend phase 1 at the moment, right? So that will give me my trend and phase, okay? My trend and phase. That's the first data point from the framework. The second thing is it will tell you 3 statistics, okay, from the framework. What are the 3 statistics? One is how much move is left, which is called open equity. Very important for your target placements. So over here, if you take a look over here, when I take a look at the OE number here, right? So over here, when I do more than or equal to, and I'll do for both, just hang in with me on that one. So you will now able to see, right, the 89.9% or 87.6, whatever it is, you can see what is the target that it gets to most of the time, okay? You can see on this chart, on this 15-minute time frame, on Eurodollar, you can do this on any instrument, any time frame. You can see that to get to 0.25 ATR, it can get there 87.68% of the time, okay? So you can do that. Now, the other thing is, what you also got to be wary of is that even though it's a high reliability, but this is a very small target, okay? So you can always create one strategy which is very highly reliable, wins most of the time, Okay. And I will hit the target. Another strategy you can do for the medium target, 50%. And then after that, another one strategy tree for the long runners. And then there's a way to improve the stats. All that is talked about at 7stepstoctp.com. Okay. So definitely take a look at that. So that's on the OE data. Now, here's something interesting that we just did an upgrade recently. Those of our existing clients who already have this, and you want the upgrade, is a free upgrade for you guys, just get in contact with us at client service, and then we will do the free upgrade for you guys, okay? When you're on OE subscription. So now, over here, the latest upgrade, what we have done is, you can now filter it. Rather than me showing the data over here on phase 1, phase 2 compressions, I can just take a look at only phase 1 data only, okay? Phase 1 swings, okay? So when I phase 1 swings only, then you can see that this number 2192 will reduce. Right? You see, it comes to 1416 only. Now, what do I mean by the phase ones? Basically, in a trend, you get two parts of movements, right, in one cycle. That's your phase 1, bottom to top, in alignment with the trend. And that's your phase 2, okay? Counter trend, profit taking, retracement, whatever you call it. After the phase 2 finishes, if the trend sustains, then you get back to phase 1 once more, okay? That's what we got. Now, here, what it's telling me is that if I do 0.25 ATR rather than trading all the dots, okay? So let me just go and zoom in a little bit more. If I don't want to trade all the dots over here, right? If I only trade the phase 1s in alignment with the trend, then I will get 91.1% probability of it hitting the target. That's what it's telling me, okay? In this example here, did it hit on the uptrend phase 1? Is it one of those 9% which came close? Let me see. 0.25 is about 2 pips, very small kind of a target here. All right. And you can see that over here on the close, 113.81, this one did do it. You see, this is what I mean. Very small, almost like scalping. And that's what you have got over here, okay, on this one. Let me just check the ATR again. Yeah, it's about 8. So that's what it's mentioning over here, right? Now, how you use this data according to your strategy, now that is dependent on you. So there's many ways you can be flexible about this. Just that it just gives you conviction when you're trading it, okay? Now, the other thing is the MAE data, because you see there's two parts to the topic today, isn't it? How to get 89.9% probability target. So one is how far it goes. The other one is with market volatility. How do I withstand all of this when it comes against me and all of that? You see, immediately when it against me, don't go even to my 2-pip target or 3-pip target immediately. How do I withstand all of this before it gets to my target? So this is what we are asking with the market volatility. How do you get to that target? So to do that, what you have to do is you have to take a look over here. So over here, when you take a look at MAE data, you take a look at less than or equal to, and then after that, this will then turn around and it will show you where should you place your stop loss, giving the room for that market volatility before it gets to your target, okay? So over here, it's telling me at least I need about 96% 2 ATR. So if I place my stop loss 2 ATR away, and then it will give it enough room for all this wriggling around before it gets to my target, and this is what it did over here. If you just want to do it just on this time frame only, okay? So that's how it gives you the conviction. So if I place it 2 ATR away, 98% or 97% of the time, it won't get stopped out. Now, the usual question I always get is, dude, that's quite a fast stop loss. Why would I want to do that, right? Just for a 1 ATR profit. Now, it's almost 0.5 to 1. Now, here's the thing you guys got to understand. What this is, what we talk about much more in detail in Traders Basic and Package, is that this is what we call the expected. Don't get too dismayed by where you put your stop loss, because that's the room you give it for it to, before it gets to the target. Most of them won't hit the stop loss. When we analyzed all our losses, when you get 30 trades which lose, out of the 30 trades, only about 5% of them will hit your initial stop loss, just as mentioned over here, okay? Some of them, most of them, what they would do, they will come out on either trailing stop loss or on the opposite confirmation bar when the swing finishes, okay? To get all the details, I mean, those of your existing clients will understand what I'm saying, all on our advanced programs and all of that. But those of you joining for the first time, don't worry too much. 7 steps to CTP will take you step by step. Okay, good. Now, then you might then say, okay, understanding all this OE and MAE. So OE is basically the target, okay, how to find the target that you want for your strategy, right? And all we have done over here, traders, if you see, we went through this systematically with the help of the quant traders, quite really geniuses who have done this. If you look at the swing data over here, what we have done is we just kept measuring each swing, right? That's what we're doing here. Keep measuring OE data for everywhere, each swing. Then we compile this, and that's how we get the probabilities all stacked up here. Both for the MAE, for where to place your stop loss, and both for the target, the OE, okay? So that's what we have done over here. But then you can say, oh, but Tiro, you know, this was an uptrend phase one on 15 minutes. Why did you go then looking to go short on euro dollar over here, right? Why? But because that's a different strategy, right? As I said, I can use this data in whichever way that I want, okay? So over here, what I'm doing is, in this particular strategy that we showed you, we use trend alignment, directional alignment, and with the stretch distance as well, okay? Right, and then we're taking it towards that. In fact, so far when we're given signals on the YouTube Live and on the Telegram, about 84% of them go towards target, okay? And we have even seen some of them which go so near to our stop, and then they will race towards our target, okay? So if you want to catch all of that action, that's all under the live section here on our YouTube channel, right? So on the live section here, you can then go on to this one here, right? So we're going live over here. You can see there was one where the gold will come so close to our stop loss and then reverse back, okay? Another one that you can also look at under the live section, actually that one was done on Trade Guider channel, so it'll be under a video section. So, but some really good ones here, but trend alignment tables are really good one to watch. I think must have given you that just now. Let me see if I can find it here. We're running past time a little bit. Let me see. Trend alignment tables. Some of you might have found it already. It will be here somewhere. Trend alignment tables. Let me see. Trend alignment. Where are you? So how to pick quantitative or subjective. Some really good topics there. Trend alignment tables. There you go. There it is. So trend alignment tables is a really good one. Definitely watch that one there. And then the other thing is, the other one, if you want to see some which was so near to a stop and then reversed back over here, you will see that over here, the boys would have probably put it over here. It came near to our stop and then reversed back. There you go. Gold came close to stopping up. You see? By 23 cents. That was really crazy. So, and this one's here, yeah, we just need to put the titles in on this one here. But you guys can definitely take a look at all of that, okay? So, coming back into here, so let me to summarize. So what is happening? Let me take a look on the Brent as well. Oh, Brent must have hit the target on here. So there we go. So that would have hit our target on there. I don't know why it didn't be. Okay, so 62. So now I think it looks at the spread. That's no problem. So that one hit the target over there. So you can see how I analyzed this, because I saw that this wasn't moving that much. So I took another trade on this. Okay. So the first position didn't make us profit. The second one did make us the profit as well. And another thing, what you saw on the second position, I put a lower lot size, because remember, traders as professionals, for us, it's all about the risk. Today, I've just reduced my drawdown on here. And also on the first position, I didn't take a full risk on it, right? I didn't take a full risk on it. And the reason is because, as you saw from the trend alignment tables over here, our low OE, which was good, right? Which we saw anyway on the first position, it didn't really go towards our target, right? It did this, okay? And then finally, then it came down to here. Even though I placed my stop loss on the 1.75 ATR here. So how did we then do then? So I'm still waiting on euro dollar. So over here on the account history, you can see that today, you see, look how we reduced our drawdowns, right? Also over here, you can see that on the 30th, we took that Brent, we did a three lot size over here, right? On the three and three. I don't know why this one is coming up. Maybe this was a mistake. But anyway, so this was three lots over here, 58 and 99. Oh, so it broke it down as three and three because I think the maximum. I got you now. So I did a 6 and a 1. So I did about 7 lots over here. So we got about, what was it? 160, 190 loss. But then you see this win, 66. I did a second position here. So brings down that loss to about 136 minus. Okay. So that's what you do. Keep preserving it. And then if you see, then the big runners will come and then you can get the bigger position winners, okay, which will override the losses. So that's how it goes. To give you an idea, but go deep into how we construct these strategies. That, as I always say, even when we win those big winners and all that, in real time, I always tell you guys that it's not about the win or the losses, traders. It's about really understanding it. Why is it winning? Why is it losing? Why must it reproduce? Okay, why must it sustain? Because when you think like that as a professional, then what we are looking at is building sustainable, scalable, reproducible strategies. Okay, this is the whole basis of this. All right, and also on our longer term strategies, also we are taking a look at Brent, and we got a 1 ATR running here as well. So we'll see how that all carries on to be. Now, in terms of euro dollar, what's our euro dollar doing? Do we have a trade? Hey, yes, it did trigger. So that should have come on your Telegram channel. At the moment, yeah, it has triggered over here. Still a bit of wriggling around. Not having a easy day today, are we, traders, right? So it's not going straight. But patience is very important in this game, right? As we all know. And we'll see on the 15-minute if it does confirm. On the 1 hour, we did get the confirmation, and that's how I got the target over here, just on a 1 ATR level. And on the 15-minute is what I will observe. And on the 15-minute, we got our target locked in here as well, I believe. And we got a 113.47. Okay. Currently a little bit of unrealized loss. Now, very important, I'll just finish off this. I know I'm shooting past time. Now, all these things, what you're seeing, right? In relation to even the loss or the profit, it might be 115 profit, whatever it is, this is all unrealized. None of this is yours until you close the trade, according to your rules. Doesn't matter whether it's trading, whether it's investment. We run both portfolios. The media is always interested in talking about volatility, which will usually be just unrealized profit or loss in your balance sheet. Okay, you need to be very clear on where you want to exit, either in terms of price or in terms of time or in combination for both trading and investment. That's how we teach in terms of principles, and that's how we teach also at Traders Base Camp. When you come on board, really great program that we've done, which will teach you both of these principles that you can apply in any kind of your strategy altogether. Right, traders, I guess that's enough of me rambling around for today. I think we covered quite a bit. All right. So I showed you all the data and everything over here. So what did we go through today? We went through live trading positions. Why are we taking them? We did the trend alignment, direction alignment tables, went through a bit of the strategy as well. We went through our topic for today. How do you get the 89.9% probability target, but with also market volatility? So we went through OE and MAE with the smart money indicator framework. Those of you who want to, I know one of the questions came is, how do I understand, how do I get hold of the SMI and indicator and also the VSA? What you can do is there are some links underneath. You can get the smart money indicator. If you have the volume already, that's fine. Or if you don't want it, that's fine as well. If you're on both, there are all links over there. You can get in touch with us as well if you've got any further questions at client service at masterthemarkets.net. So all those links will be underneath this video or in the YouTube chat. And then finally, we also covered some questions as well. What's the upcoming events from our side? In fact, what's coming up actually? I'm going to be lecturing next week on the STA on the 7th of May. That's on their STA website as well. Let me see if I can pull it up very quickly. Society of Technical Analysis. You guys can see that. You guys can go through the courses they got as well. Let me show you guys over here. All right, over here. So technical to trading systems is what I'm doing. It's based on automation trading systems. This is the one that I'll be lecturing in, technical to trading system course. So it's a paid course. I'll be and meet your lecturers here. You can see my name over there. Tiru over there, along with the four others, really well known and really very good solid traders. Okay, so that's what will be there on the 7th of May. Other things that are also happening, we will send you by email as well, our monthly momentum sessions, which happens at the end of the month. We'll also be doing a live trading session, me and Gavin actually, next Thursday. We'll be meeting in person, so that'll be a good treat for you, those of you who are tuning in real time. So we'll be doing that as well. And a couple of things more. I also need to talk to the team about our annual summit, which will happen in October. Check out also your email. Those of you who want to get onto our email as well, you can take a look at 7 Steps to CTP. Join us through that, and then you will get onto our email list. The other events I go to, I also go to business events as well, just to meet other like-minded business owners and to also find out how we can actually get this truth out there. And it's a solid framework that we have. The traders, once they see it, they stick with us over 10, 15 years. And the last one I went to was AdCon, which was really good. Ad conference over the weekend, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I just came back today. Ad Clients is the name of the company. Check them out if you are business owners as well in your other businesses. And the other one I'm going to is Expert Empires, also to there's a bit on psychology happening there. We'll also send out an email on that as well. Okay, if you guys want to join us on that one. It's Mind Valley founder Vishen Lakhani coming over. I guess that's that, traders. 7 Steps to CTP. Once you put in your details, you get the videos. You know that I've shown that to you. YouTube channel. And you can subscribe over there, youtube.com/MasterTheMarkets to catch us live every single day when we go live. Notifications send there. Finally, Trade Nation platform. You can always sign up for an account over there. And then you can catch the signals in real time and also our Telegram channel as well. All the links will be underneath the video and you can see how that carries on. Okay, our euro dollar is going good so far. We'll see how that carries on. I'll leave that running over here. All right, so let me see on the 15-minute, going towards our target. Nice one over there. And we'll see how that goes. Traders, that's pretty much that from us for this session. And as we always say, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master.